Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The way that we connect here in Tuber Chat is based on some directions that are in our video description, and those describe the minimums. Everybody, of course, is free to go farther beyond what we typically do to solidify your connections with other creators while you're here, and that starts with a conversation in the chat. You can say hello to anybody. My recommendation, of course, is to take your time, meet people one by one. But once you've let somebody know that you want to connect with them, you head to their channel, watch a full video of at least 3 minutes long. Very important that the video is at least 3 minutes. Very important that we watch from beginning to end. While you're watching, leave a thumbs up, of course, and a detailed comment related to the content of the video. Subscribe to the channel, of course. Put the notification bell on like we do for everyone. That should solidify the connection. Then you come back into the chat here, let them know you've done all that for them, and they will turn around and do the same thing for you. We believe wholeheartedly here in the idea of giving much more than we expect to receive, and I promise you, you'll hear from the stories that I tell over the next 3 hours that pays off far more than we could have imagined when we started YouTube. That goes just about for everyone. So the very first channel that we're looking at today is Big Valley Living, and this is somebody who's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time here in Tuber Chat. I think it's getting on a year now. They make occasional appearances here, but they already came into our family with thousands of subscribers. They're working on 5,300 right now, and you know I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. 3,000 seems to be a pretty telling marker or milestone. And Big Valley Living is going to bring us a lot of homesteading activities. A lot of what they do has to do with making sure that nothing is ever wasted, especially when we get into the indoor content talking about canning and baking and cooking and things like that. So Big Valley Living also gets involved in a lot of collaborations, and that can be a great way to grow your channel, whether you're on screen with somebody or participating in some kind of a challenge where a lot of creators are making similar videos. You're almost certain to gain a handful of subscribers for your channel that will likely be with you for the long term once you've shared some kind of aspect of your YouTube journey like that. Collaborations are something that is common here within the Tuber Chat family. I don't facilitate any of those, but everybody's free to mention any of the collaborations they've got coming up while you're here. So we've got quite a few channels in the chat. I'll do some introductions in a quick moment here. We have put the wheel back the way it was before Christmas, like we have for the last couple of years, where members are being added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. We will add some names to the wheel as time goes on. When we get down to about 5 or 6, you do not have to be a member, you do not have to super chat to get onto the wheel or the screen, and we'll put as many channels on as we can in the next 3 hours or so. When we look at Big Valley Living as well, I'm just going to take this video that they've got in the featured position here. I haven't watched this one. I'll put this into my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that. You'll find a lot of examples of what to expect on the channel when you get to their About page here. And then let's look at their Shorts videos and see what they've got going on these. So they've got some cooking, baking videos, some outdoor content as well. They're going to give us lots of tips and tricks, and what I like the most is the idea waste not, want not, literally, is something that Michelle will say here. And the idea of maximizing value for dollars, let's just say. So 2,100, 2,200 views in the shorts. Live streams are something that they've done up to a few months ago. We'll see if those are going to continue. We've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other. I'm just going to grab this cheese fondue video. That's the latest one they put up last week. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list as well, and that will give me a chance to somewhat stay caught up with the channel. And then You'll like the thorough descriptions that you get when it comes to either, like, this was a canning mushrooms video, and then where was the cheesecake one that I just watched as well. They've done quite a few things where they talk about cooking or baking, and then the thorough description, including the ingredients and everything else, really helps. So I hope everybody enjoys that. I'm sure you will, not to mention the support that comes back from them after you connect with them. So, thank you, everybody, for coming in. I got quite a few names on the wheel already. Let's get Scratch and Pete PA into the pole position. Just Jason Keto and More and P&J's Homestead Adventure are both here. Butler Family Farm was early in the door with Fairbrick Studio. Tend the Sheep Where You Are, Don't Pass Them By is probably still here. If they are, I'll put them on the wheel right away. VS Speaks Royally, Marketplace Boutique, along with Rushing Wind Mountain. Henry Nelson is here, and I thought I saw the Bud Files just a moment ago as well. I know we've got quite a few more channels in the chat as well, but we'll keep an eye on that. Brown Dwarf is back. Good to see you here. Shipper Singh Rajput, good to see you in the house. And Creative Beauty Butterfly, yes, might be doing something in the background, but it's good to have you here. I always appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by quickly to give a thumbs up or say hello, or to our friends who run the stream in the background. We got a few of those. Michael's Adventures, a beloved and dedicated moderator. I'm going to put him on the wheel as well. Tend the Sheep Where You Are, Don't Pass Them By. Thank you for the news about Knit, Pearl, and Squirrel with Granny D. Thompson. Our thoughts and prayers will be with her. I'm sure she'll be fine, but some leg surgery coming up this week. And then the old AF reviewer is in the house. Wayne's World Unlimited is also here. Good to see you both. Simply Vigo, of course, is in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. What I was mentioning in the chat before we started here, I know a lot of different creators do shout-out videos or live streams where they allow people to connect in a similar way to what we do here in Superchat. And one of the things we always have to think about is the quality of the connection itself, right? So you heard me go through the description of how we connect here at the beginning of the stream, talking about watching a video that's at least 3 minutes long from beginning to end. Very important. And I did describe that those kind of things are the minimum. So I always encourage everybody to do much more than what I describe here. We just talk about the minimums because we've been doing this for 3.5 years now, and we know that the formula works. But by doing a little bit more, or a better way to put it is as much as you possibly can for another creator, you're really solidifying that connection. And an example would be not just watching one video, but taking another couple of videos, putting them into a playlist like you see me do here. Either make one up or use your watch later list. And you can go back and watch or run that playlist, and what that will do is essentially tell YouTube you cared so much about that creator's content that you already went back for seconds and possibly even thirds, and that will solidify the connection that much more. Jeremy D-Day's in the house. I'm going to put them on the wheel right away, and look at that luck. Scratch and Pete PA is the first channel. He knows what it's like to be first as well as last. He's been here over 600 times. If you could believe that. Scratch and Pete PA literally supports every single thing that I do on every single channel that I touch. He had to catch me with more mistakes even outside of Superchat this weekend when I almost missed my own premiere. And I always find that mistakes are made when I rush. So you can let us know in the chat if you feel the same way about that. But whenever I'm trying to speed through things, whether it's necessary or not, that's where the mistakes always happen. And so this weekend I set out a video on my personal channel. I meant to premiere it and move it a few hours later than I'd originally set, and I must have not clicked the save button, and that had the premiere run, and I was in somebody else's premiere, and Scratch and Pete had to say, like, hey Kev, you gonna go check out your own premiere? And I'm like, no, I moved it, don't worry. And then I went over there to go and look, and I was like, oh my gosh, it was already running. But caught it just in time, so thank goodness for Scratch and PPA. I describe him as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family. First of all, because of the, he's literally one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6.5 years on YouTube. He seems to be everywhere all the time, and I'm sure doing things like that for lots of other people as well. Yeah, it's true, Wayne's World Unlimited. I literally don't know how he does it. I have a feeling he's not in 4 things at a time, but more like 8 things at a time. Huga Homestead is in the house as well. Our treasured home is here. We've changed the wheel back to the way that it was running before Christmas and for the last couple of years. So I'll ask everybody to just pardon me over the next couple of weeks if I slip a little bit back and forth from changing the format. But I did want to experiment with something in January. It turns out it's better for everybody if we just leave things the way that they were. If it becomes overwhelmingly busy again in the next month or two, I'll find another way to sort that out. We might have to put a hard time limit on the stream. But I will always get through as many channels as we can in a 3-hour period. So let's talk about Scratch and PPA's content. So this creator brings us the Scratch Challenge series of videos. He pits 2 lottery tickets against each other and gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow Scratch and PPA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of course, and is a great example of how you can marry in the outside social networks to bring in fun and interactivity into your video series, if that makes sense. He premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern, and I'm always happy to see video game lottery tickets. I'm as much of a nerd as anybody, if you can't tell, and absolutely a geek at heart. So anything video game or Nintendo and Sega and all that stuff. So seeing a Frogger ticket there is cool. I haven't voted yet. I gotta hurry up and go vote. And this is what I'm talking about. We get to vote on which ticket will be featured in this week's Scratch Challenge video. This has been going on for 3 years now. Now, Scratch and PPA as well, like I said, these premieres run every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. He posts with perfect consistency, and if you can make it to one of these premieres with us, you will find one of the fastest rolling chats that you've seen in the Superchat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of VS Speaks Royally, Hill to DC, the Stock Explorer, and a few others. And it makes that very fast-paced, very high energy, a lot of fun to be a part of, as you can imagine. And he is a beloved and dedicated moderator here as well. And every moderator on this channel is a longtime friend of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. For that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel in the same way we do here in Tuber Chat. Lucy Warren's World, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Scratch and PPA as well has had presentation on the forefront of his mind since the very beginnings. About 3.5 years ago, he contemplated what he was going to do before he did it. We already knew Scratch and Pete as PA for several months before he started creating content, and then he planned, literally, I believe, months in advance to start his Scratch Challenge series right at the beginning of that following year. And his video editing skills have been complimented right from the beginning, but he's also got this bright, beautiful avatar that's matched by the thumbnails, which include content as well as hints about the giveaways that take place in his video series, and his banners updated every single week, if you can imagine that. We all know how much work that must be. And then as well, this year he expanded the content on his channel. He took a vacation to Italy, where he brought us his very first live stream. So I know a lot of people were excited about that and the fact that he's expanded the content. He also brought us a lot of shorts videos, and these are a combination of Italian lottery scratch tickets as well as vlogging style shorts where he gave us a look around all the areas he visited while he was in Italy. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Scratch and PPA. I know you will enjoy the support that comes back from him. He literally seems to be everywhere all the time, like I was saying. I describe him as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. And thank you again, Scratch and PPA, not to mention your support, but for all your help. like I said, he supports every single thing that I do on every single channel that I touch. And I don't have any choice but to shake my head and thank God for that kind of generosity in somebody, knowing that it's impossible for me to support him back in the same way. Scratch and PPA puts one video out per week, usually, unless he's doing those shorts or a live stream, which are occasional. But you know, to be here 600 times for hours at a time, not to mention what we see him do for every other creator, knowing that he's just putting out one 8 to 10 minute video every week. So it's quite an idea. And pardon me if I'm missing anybody in the chat. Hopefully not. If anybody, by the way, would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Phil's Creepy Videos. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Rushing When Mounted is up on the screen right now. This is a channel that comes to us from the Pacific Northwest. They also happen to be here every day, for which I'm grateful. They bring us nature and wildlife videos, and occasionally you'll find humorous moments, especially when you go through their shorts, which include much more wildlife, but they give us beautiful scenic views and pleasing audio to go along with that. Live streams are something they've started with. We'll see if that's going to continue. And then, of course, they've got some shorts on the channel, which I was describing, but these have done well, getting into 5,000 and even 6,000 views. So hopefully everybody will connect with Rushing When Mounted. You'll get an idea of what to expect on their About page beyond my description here. And pardon me for missing a couple things in the chat there. Wayne's World Unlimited dropped a super chat. I didn't even see it go by, so forgive me for that. He's done that kind of thing countless times before. For that reason, we'll put his channel on the screen next. We always put super chatters on the screen right away. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And follow the Bradley's Fun. Good to see you in the house. Super Rainbow Queen, good to see you here. They're both here almost every day as well. Pam's Cozy Crochet Nook, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in, and for anybody that's brand new today, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. So next up, Wayne's World Unlimited. Let's see what they've got going on. We'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment here. Wayne's World Unlimited comes to us from the UK. He's got to be happy that this one's an earlier stream. For a couple of weeks there, we're doing them all at 6 p.m. Eastern, but that's about, what does that work out to? 11 p.m., I think, for our friends in the UK. And Phil's Creepy Videos, thank you for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated, of course. Well, Matu1, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I see them out supporting other creators all the time. It's great to have you here. And we'll look at Phil's Creepy Videos next. We'll get back to spinning the wheel soon. So Wayne's World Unlimited, like I said, comes from the UK. He hasn't made any videos in just the last couple of weeks, but he tends to post frequently, actually. Jessica SMC, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. When we look at Wayne's World Unlimited, we see a creator well over 600 subscribers now, working on 700. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther. Just a few days ago, yeah, he put out another video. It's quite short, but I'll put that one in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with him. He typically takes us outdoors more than anything else, but occasionally will bring us indoors for a story to be told or a product review. One of the things this creator does that's unique is brings us outtake or blooper videos. Sometimes we see creators sprinkle bloopers or outtakes throughout their content, but Wayne's World Unlimited will bring us separate videos to go along with the original series, if we want to call it that. Shorts videos on the channel are interesting here because he's done really well with a few. 5,000, 7,000, almost 8,000 views. One over 13,000 that's fairly recent. And then one here that's still moving at 243,000 views, which is great. He's probably going to hit 250,000 views on that video. So hopefully we'll see some more of that from Wayne's World Unlimited, but he's another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who's here with us just about every day as well. And hopefully everybody will connect with our friend here from the UK. So thank you again, Wayne's World Unlimited, for another super chat. Again, absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated. Always. Phil's Creepy Videos is coming up right now for the same reason. We'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Rock Chick Beauty, also from the UK. Good to see you here. She's a friend of about 3.5 years, actually. And we're looking at Phil's Creepy Videos. So this is another fellow Canadian, as a matter of fact, and he's been a friend probably 3 years as well, making occasional appearances here. He's working on 3,300 subscribers now, which is great because you know I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of 3,000 and beyond. So he lets us know horror is the basis of the channel, of course, but that can include live streams or product reviews. I'm just going to grab his latest video because I see I'm behind here. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to somewhat get caught up with this creator. He's got a dynamic personality, of course. You can see that coming through just in some of the thumbnails here. But then when we get into the shorts, we see he's doing well. 7,000, 14,000, and one over 81,000 views, which is great to see. So hopefully that continues for you. I'm sure it will. And then as well, live streams, like I said, are well, they're actually somewhat frequent. It looks like lately about once a month, but I've caught Phil a few times actually. So hopefully I'll catch you again very soon. I've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we possibly can as well. And we'll spin the wheel. But thank you again, Phil's Creepy Videos, for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Fairbrick Studios coming up right now. There's another creator who's been doing lots of shout outs for others lately. And then Roadkill Gaming Jory is in the house. This is a creator who's changed his name many times. I see you got a new avatar there as well. But I'm going to get them onto the wheel. They happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And we'll get back to spinning in another moment. So Fairbrick Studio is a friend now for several months. And this creator started with Lego stop motion videos. Lego is my favorite toy. If you want to call it that. It's much more than a toy now. You know, it's evolved obviously over the years, I think, in everybody's mind, not to mention the idea that it was meant as play sets, I believe. At least when it had started, which is, I don't even know when. But I was lucky to have an abundant amount of it when I was young, and it was my favorite thing. And Fairbrick Studio started with that, but has also moved into some video gameplay and has a little bit of a crossover because he's got this Lego video game going as well, and actually started playing that because of Fairbrick Studio. They've sent over a lot of help, for which I'm grateful, helping me get farther faster in that game. Tommy Temper, my dear friend, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And when we look at Fairbrick Studio, we also see some more video gameplay, but these channel shout-out videos. So I'm going to take this one from yesterday and put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to get caught up a little bit. You'll see a lot of familiar faces here, but also be introduced to some more supportive creators while you're over in Fairbrick Studios channel. Live streams might be an idea for the future, but he's got some shorts here, or they got some shorts here as well that have gotten into 10,000 and 15,000 views. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Fairbrick Studio, another creator that's here just about every single day, and incredibly supportive. I see them out supporting other creators all the time as well. Life as Jaleesa, good to see you again. I think you were here the other day also. Oh, and then yes, Pam's Cozy Crochet Network. So for anybody that's brand new here in Tuber Chat today, my recommendation is always to reach out to other creators first. We all here believe wholeheartedly in giving much more than we expect to receive, but many of the people who've been on this channel for a long period of time, I'm talking months if not longer, will not go to a brand new channel right away until they see you a few times in the chat. That can go on for literally beyond days to weeks and even months. They want to see if somebody will be a loyal and dedicated supporter before connecting, because we're all seasoned at this, right? However, if you make the first move, reach out to other creators, follow all of our directions in the video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members all but right away. And then the amazing M&G, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Backyard Trucker, good to have you here also. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I'm about to miss some activity in the chat. Precious Gems just dropped a gifted membership, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support as well. Again, absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. We treat those gifted memberships like super chats now, so I'll put their channel on the screen right away. We'll get back to spinning in another moment. And Brown Dwarf, if they're still here, I'll put them on the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Rock Chick Beauty's also dropping a super chat, so we'll look at that channel next before getting back to spinning the wheel. And if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Yes, you're right, Wayne's World Unlimited, about the Lego. For anybody that played with Lego a few decades ago, you would know that they don't have some of the custom things that came out recently. And therefore it takes a lot of imagination to be able to make things. But yes, absolutely. And then, yes, Brown Dwarf is here, so I'll put Brown Dwarf onto the wheel right now. And pardon me, so we'll look at Precious Gems in a second here, and thank you again for that gifted membership. I really do appreciate that. I know Brown Dwarf will be happy to have it, as they say in the chat. So Precious Gems is now well over 2,200 subscribers, working on 2,300, which is great to see. They bring animation videos with some music in the background as well. I'm just going to grab the latest one. They put this up a few hours ago today. Most of their videos are quite short, coming in just under 3 minutes. So when we connect with creators here in Tuber Chat, we're always trying to find videos that are 3 minutes or longer. 1 out of 100 channels will have videos that are shorter, and they won't actually have a 3-minute video. So my recommendation there is just to take the longest video you can find, even if they're shorts, and maybe put 2 or 3 of them into another playlist so that you can either watch or run those afterwards. You know, you imagine if you're watching 3 shorts from somebody, it's almost the same 3 minutes, right? And that will just show YouTube that you really cared about their content in a way. Everything we do matters, of course, every bit of interaction. Now, they do have a few videos here that are 3 minutes, 4 minutes. If I dig through the channel, I might find something even longer, but there's definitely 3 and 4 minute videos here, if you don't mind spending the second. The more we do for other creators, the more helpful it is for them. And in the spirit of doing much more for others than we expect to have done for us, we know that that generosity will come back over the long term. And I promise you, I know I say it over and over, but it will come back more than you had ever imagined over the long term. So let's look at shorts as well for Precious Gems. We see they've got a few of these. These have done really well, getting into 8,000, 9,000, almost 10,000 views, and one over 13,000. Which is interesting to see. So Precious Gems has been making frequent appearances too. I think they've been here for just about every stream lately, so I certainly appreciate that, and I know everybody will appreciate their support coming back to them after you connect with them. So we're going to look at Rock Chick Beauty next, but what we'll do right now is go on a break for 3.5 minutes. We'll come right back, and then we'll get to spinning the wheel as soon as we can. In the meantime, if anybody has the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Charlie Grace, good to see you here. Scratch Master, good to have you in the house. And let's go for 3.5 minutes. We'll come back with Rock Chick Beauty. All right, we're almost back. Pardon me for a second. I was just making sure we are setting up a raid. I didn't have my phone on for a second. I usually have it on with a moderator chat open in case they need me for anything. But again, Scratch and PPA coming to the rescue. We have a raid that's coming in from Trish the Natural for a live stream that she's going to run right after Tuber Chat, which should be 2.5 hours from now. She'll be just, I don't know what the conversation will entail. It can go anywhere once a live stream starts. Of course, she talks natural hair care and things like that, but we'll probably be changing that up for Super Bowl Sunday. So hopefully everybody will come over with us. She'll allow everybody to connect over there as well. So Sheep Singh, Rajput, thank you again. We always put channels on the wheel based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation in the chat. And I have a robot in the background that helps me keep track of that. After a while, when we get down to 5 or 6 names, we'll add some more to the wheel. But it'll be a while from now. It usually takes anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half as a minimum. But we try to get as many channels on the screen as we can during our 3-hour streams. I'm just adding a couple sections here, and this is what I mean. So pardon me, everyone, while I slip back and forth between the mentality of what we were doing a couple weeks ago to what we were doing a couple months ago. We've changed the wheel back, so members get added to the wheel right away. Super chatters like Rock Chick Beauty here get added to the screen right away. And when we need names for the wheel, I'll add them out of our chat list. However, I've just added a couple of special sections to the wheel. One of them says add a name, so that we'll add a name hopefully quicker than we otherwise might have. We don't know when that's going to come up. The wheel's always random, of course. And then a clear the wheel section. When that happens, I will wipe all the names off the wheel and reload with anybody who should be on the wheel that has not yet been up. Meaning members first, but then we'll get back, like I said, into adding names to the wheel after a while. The key, again, to getting on the wheel or the screen fastest is engaged conversation in the chat with other creators. Truly having conversations with people is what drives the statistics up, and I've got a robot in the background keeping track of that. Duchess of Darkness, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then Rock Chick Beauty comes to us from the UK. So this is a creator who also has presentation on the forefront of her mind. You can see she recently updated her banner and her avatar, as she does several times a year, usually based on special events or holidays. She's got a brand new video as well, and you can see that when we go through all of her thumbnails, she always gives a professional look. Every video gets its own thumbnail, but she's got these bright, bold headshots that make her recognizable and bring consistency into her presentation. So this creator started with beauty, but has gotten into a lot of product reviews and now sponsored videos. We'll look at the shorts on the channel, and we see that these have gotten into 1,800 and even 2,800 views and beyond. And then when we get into live streams, she has done streams in the past much more frequently. Right now, she seems to be on about once a month. Sorry, I missed this one from a couple weeks ago, but hopefully I'll catch the next one. We've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then, of course, she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her when we get to her channel with super chats and memberships, of course. Pardon me just for a second. I'll be right back. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. Lucy Warren's World, I hope I said hello earlier. I think you've been here a while now. Let's look at spinning the wheel. So Rock Chick Beauty, thank you again for a super chat. She did that a while ago. She's done that countless times before. I certainly appreciate the extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. Jeremy D-Day's a friend as well of about 4 years now. Pretty soon I'm going to have to start saying 4.5 years. It's got to be getting close. Jeremy D-Day's got a couple of channels. We'll look at both of them. This creator right now is doing a lot of music reviews more than anything else on one of the two channels. It's almost pure variety between the two. Jeremy D-Day is one of the first creators I'd met in the small YouTube community after I had, or small YouTuber community, after I had already been on YouTube for a couple of years. But it's interesting to see after all of this time, I'm literally talking 4 years, Jeremy D-Day's with us almost every stream. Now, I know not everybody can be here every day or for every single stream, and certainly not for hours at a time when we're here. But I do appreciate every moment. But I did want to mention it for Jeremy D-Day, just so you understand what kind of support you can expect back from a creator like this. So I'm just going to grab a video from yesterday. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. Like you can see, lots of variety on the channel. And then a little bit of description here on the About page as well. So we'll go and look at JD Knight 7, which is his second channel, in a moment. But when we look at shorts here, we see some of these have done really well. 14,000, 27,000, 68,000, which is great to see. And then when we head down to the bottom of his front page, you'll hear me mention this a few times, but when creators have more than one channel, I always recommend featuring your channels on the front page of each other, if that makes sense. That's so that when we're looking for them, we can find them. You'll be surprised how many people will be inclined to support you on both channels when they find out you have more than one. Although, at the same time, I don't want to recommend to anybody to start a second channel unless you've really put a lot of consideration into it, because I promise you, I think we'll all agree YouTube is more work than we thought it was going to be before we started, even with one channel. My Wild Home, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Chris's Clever Craft, I'm not sure if he's in the chat. There he is right there, or if that was a membership rolling over, but thank you for that. Chris's Clever Craft is one of our longest standing members, as you can see from his badge there. He's a creator who brings fun into everything that he does and everywhere that he goes, but we'll talk about his channel soon enough, because I'm going to get it on the wheel right now. When we look at JD Knight 7, this is where I know this creator from the longest. And like I said, I became friends with Jeremy 4 years ago, getting between 4 and 4.5 years ago. This creator's doing a lot of music reviews on this second channel, so I'm just going to take the latest Bon Jovi video. I'll put that into my catch-up list here. He's got 8,000 subscribers now, so you can see that he's grown over a long period of time. As well, shorts on the channel have gotten into 100,000 views and 300,000 views. So I'll have to keep an eye on those and see how they do when it comes to the idea of using different content like that. But we'll keep an eye on those. And then when we look at live streams, these are an idea that might be for the future, something he's experimented with before. So hopefully everybody will connect with JD Knight 7. Like I said, a friend of over 4 years lets you know the kind of support you can expect back from them. And many of our stories now are getting into friendships that have been going on anywhere from brand new channels every single stream into friendships that have literally lasted years now. So my clear the wheel section just came up, so that means I'm going to wipe all the names off the wheel and reload with any of the members that haven't been up yet and moderators. So I'll do that in a quick second here. I'm going to get the wheel spun again. We'll see who's coming up next. Usually we don't go for a break this early, but we will. We'll come back with Just Jason Keto and more. Yarn Works and Crafts and More by Lydia. Good to see you here. And Canadian Farmhouse is waiting out that 20-minute time limit. So thank you for that. I know it can be odd to see something like that so strict, but I promise you that feature helps with spamming and trolling and everything else and gives us a much more pleasant environment. But lots of friends will be waiting to meet you when you get into the chat. Miss Canadian Scrapper, good to see you here. Becoming Vermont, good to have you here as well. And Butler Family Farm is still in the house. Thank you. Yes, for any of our members, you definitely want to be active in the chat when I wipe the wheel out like this so that we can get everybody back onto the wheel. So Just Jason Keto and More is coming up in 3.5 minutes. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. If anybody has not already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Forgive me. We'll go on break. We'll come back and talk about Just Jason Keto and More's content. And then if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat, Connect and Grow. I will appreciate that. And if you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate that greatly as well. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Big Gaming, King Thurbin 2024. Thank you for the share. Good to see you here. Coach Mary Ma is also in the house, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody. We're back in 3.5 minutes. Canadian Family Life, good to see you in the house. We're back with Just Jason Keto and more. So I did clear the wheel, but almost everybody that was here before the break is still here. I don't know if I actually removed more than 1 or 2 names off the wheel, but that's okay. Our add a name section is still there. When that comes up, I'll add another name to the wheel based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. And we still got more than 2 hours to go, so we'll put as many channels on the screen as we can between now and then. Trish the Natural has a live stream for us to go and raid afterwards. I will still run a music stream after Tuber Chat, but we'll do that in the background, and anybody can come in and out. Thank you for P&J's Adventure for letting everybody know. But yes, if you haven't already seen it, all the same music that you hear in the background of Tuber Chat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams. We have a separate channel for that, and almost all of the music has free MP3 download links at the bottoms of the descriptions. It's going to take me a long time to catch up with that now, because we've added a few new songs since the beginning of the year, and those come out occasionally. TCG fam, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Just Jason Keto and more says, don't let perfection get in the way of progress. And what he's talking about is healthy eating, healthy living, and the idea of a keto-based diet or lifestyle. I was lucky, actually, this past week to have met up with this creator just a few days ago in real life, and we were able to be out and enjoy some time just talking. So that was great. I always love the idea of in real life meetups, and I promise you, Just Jason Keto and more is as entertaining as in real life as he is on his channel. But you'll find that when you get there. This is a creator who definitely wants to inspire, motivate, and help. He's got a community that surrounds his channel that wants to do the same thing. Pardon me for a second. When we look at his content, we see that there are a lot of recipes and product reviews. Him and his community are going to help us make sense of a lot of the ingredients we might think about when it comes to staying in ketosis when we decide to jump into a keto-based diet or lifestyle, or if we're trying to maintain. He's done a lot of chaffle recipes and actually did a giveaway on his channel of a couple chaffle makers not too long ago. And Canadian Family Life, I think, just did an unboxing of that as well. She mentioned it in a video I believe I watched or ran while I was working on the computer the other day. And then he's got a brand new one. I just put this video from yesterday into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with him or keep caught up with him. Just Jason Keto and More brings a lot of recipes on his channel, but they usually are very simple with only a few ingredients. So easy for anybody to get involved in or make if you want to. The product reviews can involve just about anything from ingredients to things we might find in a grocery store that are marketed towards a keto-based diet or lifestyle, and he helps us get more value out of some of the things we might buy as well. Occasionally, there's a little bit of extra content there. I'm still jealous over that GoPro. And then he's got a little bit of outdoor content. We'll bring a little bit of variety onto the channel, and goes to great lengths to bring us more informative content by literally driving hundreds of miles away to get to places like Ketopalooza. And he has a lot of guests on his channel as well in StreamYard panels. Those can be either videos or live streams where these people share their life experiences along with their tips, tricks, trials, and tribulations to give us inspiration and motivation to help us stay within a keto-based diet or lifestyle, or gives us hopefully the motivation and inspiration to get started if that's what we're looking for. Now, shorts on this channel have done really well, and there's a hint here about these healthy-looking grilling shorts getting into 4,000, 5,000, and 6,000 views. These are all still growing here, by the way. And then one that I've seen over 22,000 views, which is as entertaining as informative. So I hope everybody will check that out. As well, live streams every single Thursday at 7:30 Eastern, so forgive me for missing it this week. But hopefully I'll catch him again this coming Thursday, a few days from now. I've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other. The Stock Explorer's in the house. That is a member and moderator, so I'll put them on the wheel right away. That's Nora. Feathered Friends Homestead, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Oh, and wow, yeah, TCG fam, yes, our thoughts and prayers are still with you. Hopefully you're still here, but they might have headed out already. Becoming Vermont's been here a while. I think I said hello earlier. And then thank you, Ben Thurbin, yes. Oh, Chris's Clever Craft is about to reach the Super Chat membership goal on their gaming channel. Wow. Kaiser Gaming YT is Chris's Clever Crafts gaming channel, and he has been posting like wildfire over there, often more than once a day, so that's great to hear. Just Jason Keto and more is an incredibly over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, has been ever since finding TuberChat, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him. Like I said, I had the pleasure of meeting him in real life the other day. He's a fellow Canadian and only a couple hours away from me. And he's here every day as well, for which I'm grateful. I don't expect everybody to be here for every single stream or for hours at a time, but we do have a few creators that try to do that, and lots of friends that run the stream in the background as well, like Jaden, our dear friend, and a few others. Brown Dwarf is in the house. I always wonder, I don't know if Donut Toys and Games is still with us, or Danforth Avenue Wellness that likes to change their channel name occasionally, and I'm sure there's a few others as well. Brown Dwarf is up right now. This is a creator that's been coming in lately, frequently actually, but they picked up a gifted membership earlier today from Precious Gems. So I know they'll be happy to have that. Brown Dwarf is a channel I'm still getting to know, but when I head over to their videos, I see that they've posted quite a few lately, actually. Just in the last week, they got almost every day here. I'm going to put the video they put out today into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up the smallest bit. And then when we look at the About section, we see that they come to us from huge community of creators as well that talk about all of the unexplained cryptids, UFOs, aliens, paranormal history, and more. When we look at shorts on this channel, we're going to see a lot of outdoor content, but these have done really well. Some of these 39, 40,000, 92,000, and one at almost 500,000 views, which is great to see. Live streams are something that happens on this channel frequently, as a matter of fact. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. I don't think I've caught you live yet, but I've got notification bells on always. If you find that you have a channel that you're not getting notifications from, some people have suggested, and I'm not able to even have a true description of whether or not, or recommendation as to whether this is true or not. Some people will unsubscribe and resubscribe, but you can also think about changing your notifications and then putting them back on. See if that helps. Anything at all might help. If you notice that there's somebody that you used to get notifications for and are no longer getting them, but you know that they've been posting, and that's just an idea. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Let's spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next. So that's Brown Dwarf, and we'll see what is going on with Coach Mary Ma. This is another creator who wants to inspire and motivate us, but she's talking about personal self-help and the idea of being a reset coach, helping us become unstoppable in our own minds, some of the things that might hold us back psychologically. So Coach Mary Ma, become limitless and unstoppable is what she says. She'll talk about reinventing our life and literally has a 5-step process to help us rebuild self-confidence. And you'll see that just from the thumbnails on the channel, as a matter of fact. Always inspiring, always motivating. She's been at this a long time. This is a friend of long over a year now. Coach Mary Ma has been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So she posts frequently, usually every week, so we'll see if she's going to post again shortly. We've got notification bells on. She does live streaming as well. We'll look at those in another moment, but she's gotten into 1,400 and 1,600 views on a few of these shorts. And then live streams, oh yeah, she's got a few ready to go here. So you can see she's already planned these out once a week. She was on yesterday. I missed that one, but you can see I've luckily caught her a few times, and she's always got a vibrant audience in the chat that are also motivating and inspiring. And yes, Michael's Adventures, thank you for that. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Cool Gamers in the house. They're here just about every single day as well. I think they run the stream in the background more than anything else, but I always appreciate their help. They're one of our longest standing supporters on our music channel as well. So thank you for that, Cool Gamer. And then Michael's Adventures is up on the screen right now. Another one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6.5 years on YouTube. I'm going to have to say 7 years pretty soon. Michael's Adventures is working on 1,300 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. What Michael's Adventures brings us is wildlife and nature more than anything else, but he's expanded the content on the channel recently over the last several months, bringing us a lot of drive along or ride along live streams. He typically has taken us for a lot of walks around, usually in either forests or other beautiful areas around his home, or home base, if we want to call it that. And he also has a lot of, I would like to say, trail cam type videos where he's finding a lot of wildlife. So that can include raccoons, deer, foxes, and more. Some bird watching is on the channel. And he's recently gotten into a lot more long form videos. These drives are usually, as you can see, like 40 minutes long, some of them half an hour. He posts at least once a day, sometimes twice a day, 9 a.m. Eastern every single day, and then sometimes 9 p.m. as well, depending on whether he's working or not. Michael's Adventures is here for every stream he can be. His work schedule doesn't allow him to be here during the week. But that's the same type of reason why, for instance, Tuber Chat is not every day. I also am lucky enough to have a full-time gig that causes me to move the streams around. So Michael's Adventures as well has some shorts on his channel, and these have gotten into 1,600 views and beyond, one over 6,200. Lots of lottery tickets there, but he could be taking us out for a quick story to be told, or playing a game on a tablet like that slot machine there that we see. He has literally over 3,400 videos on his channel. Michael's Adventures has been posting every day for as long as I can remember now, but he's been with us almost from the beginning of Tuber Chat, so that's beyond 3.5 years now. Again, a beloved and dedicated moderator. He is another one of the most supportive creators that I've met, and I describe that because I am lucky as the host of Tuber Chat to be able to hear from a lot of creators and see a little bit of the support that others get by watching and hearing stories and gaining some instinct, if that makes any sense. Some of that comes from a lot of the creators that reach out. Anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. But Michael's Adventures goes over and above when it comes to the idea, especially of watch hours and helping creators in that way. Pardon me. So if anybody wants a swap playlist with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Grace and Fire, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And P&J's Homestead Adventure is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. They've been with us every day lately as well. And P&J's Homestead Adventure obviously comes to us from the homesteading community of channels. I usually group a few categories together there. I talk about farming, ranching, gardening, sometimes even hiking, fishing, and camping, and other outdoor ideas. Because these creators tend to have a similar mentality, wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other. We often get about a 50-50 split between indoor and outdoor content from these creators with their homesteading activities. In P&J's Homestead Adventures case, I believe we get more outdoor content. Chill Slots, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And then, so let's have a look at what they've got going on. They literally have a video saying what they've been up to. So I'll use that to keep caught up with them. I'll put that in a special playlist I use called Catch Up. You can see a lot of the outdoor content they're bringing us here. And then P&J's Homestead Adventure happens to be out supporting other creators all the time. I run into them constantly. They've got some interesting information on their About page here, including gardening, preserving. They share recipes with us, giving us an idea of the content we can expect, if that makes sense. And then shorts on the channel have done well, getting into 1,900, 2,100, and 2,500 views, which is great to see, and that will likely continue. They're at 439 subscribers right now, so they must be excited about the recent changes to the YouTube partner program system where you can enter with 500 subscribers and only 3,000 hours of watch time now. So hopefully we'll push them towards the 500 we know they must be thinking about. And then Anne's Arts and Crafts, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Pixie Dust Traveler, good to see you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody as long as everybody's still active. We should get around to everybody, and if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Jerry and Susan are coming up right now, Butler Family Farm, with 116 acres of homesteading goodness. And this is what I mean. I've grouped a few categories together here in Tuber Chat, and it really comes down to the community, the channels I've seen supporting each other from the beginning, because we had this influx of homesteading channels come in about 2.5 years ago, which continues today. But that includes, like I said, ranching, farming, a lot of gardening, and then I like to include things like fishing, hiking, camping, and things like that as well, just because these creators seem to be in a community together, even outside of Tuber Chat, which is just massive, to be honest with you. I find a lot of these creators running into each other, and again, it comes down to the generosity and the character of the creators that I've seen behind the scenes. So my add a name section came up on the wheel here. So what I'm going to do is add a name to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. So we're going to make that Wilma2U1. And forgive me if I'm not pronouncing that right. If there's a better way for me to say that name, just please let me know. But I've seen that channel out supporting others regularly, countless times actually. And then hopefully they're still here with us. I guess I should double check, right? As long as they're still here, I'll leave that. Or Wilma2U1, let me know if you're still here, if you don't mind, please. And then we'll get, I'll get another channel on, but I'll put them on if they're still here. I'll get Simply Vigo on the wheel right now. And Butler Family Farm, like I said, they'll let you know on their About page what to expect. But 116 acres of farming goodness. If I can ever get anywhere around them, Jerry's invited me to bring my gloves and get ready to work. I could just imagine. You know, we get a chance to look into their lives and see what it's like to look after a property of that size. But my goodness, has it must be work, you know, almost 16 hours a day. Still, they find time to meet up with other creators, have a lot of fun, and give us a chance to get to know them. You'll find that as soon as you get to the channel, they do quite a bit of live streaming as well. They got a lot to see here. So they've got bees coming up in March. I see that you have just updated the About page here a little bit. So they said they happen to be allergic. Yeah, I've been stung a few times, so I don't believe I'm allergic to anything. But I just, you know, that's just random stuff. But I know that can be very serious. Now, they've got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, and chickens, along with dogs and cats. They're always busy. So when the farm day is done, they're bowling or woodworking, which we see a lot of now in videos. Jerry's in the shop, quilting and fiber crafts from Susan. They share the camera work between them, blacksmithing and gaming from Robert, as well as gardening from the family. So they also travel when they can. They take us with them. They've been out a few times. A lot of fence to pull tight. Oh, goodness. Is it chain link fence? Only once I've had to put up a chain link fence, but my dear goodness, we didn't get the tool. When you put up a chain link fence, there's a tool that you can use to supposedly make the job a little bit easier, but my goodness, does it take a lot of pressure. You almost want to like tie something to your bumper and drive to get the thing tight. If I had to reinvent the wheel over there, but luckily, like I said, I've only done it once, so I'll be looking forward to seeing it if you're going to show that. Otherwise, I'm sure they got lots of different types of fencing that they've got to put up, right? You see a little bit of it here in the background. I could see I'm behind, so I'm actually going to take this goat herd check video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with the channel a little bit. These are really cool, these hydroponic beginnings. This video is describing one of these indoor gardening contraptions. I don't know exactly what to call these yet. Kristen has one. Hers, I can tell you this. I mean, she'll likely do another video of it at some point, but the idea is that you can have this really neat, tidy thing to grow some herbs or spices or whatever you want to put in those that are really small like that, and it'll grow indoors, but it's really neat, self-contained. And Kristen's was something where she was looking at it. It wasn't moving very fast to start with, and then bang, a couple of the things that we didn't think were going to grow just shot up, which is great. And then, Butler Family Farm made their own tool for the fence. Yeah, see, neighbors pull fencing with their tractor. I'm not kidding, man. You need a lot of pressure. I don't even remember what we did. We must have just pulled it ourselves, but we... it's usually just me and one other person that work together when we do our outdoor stuff. We do a lot of wood fencing. I've done tons of that, but never... only one time chain link fence that I can remember. God's Child TV, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And forgive me, because I keep getting into story time over here. Now, Jerry and Susan behind this channel are here just about every day as well. They really make a lot of effort into getting into the YouTube community. So this is an example of a few videos that they did, getting into meetups with other creators. And in between the thumbnails, you can see the work that they do, the troubles that they have to fix, the work in the shop that they have to do, being outside or indoors, including product reviews here, and then all the other activities we'd expect from a homesteading type channel. Now, they've also got some shorts, and then I'll show you something interesting in the live streams as well. Shorts have gotten into 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 views, one over 24,000, which is great to see. And then when we get into live streams, sometimes they're giving us a chance to hang out and get to know them. They're on every Monday. So hopefully I'll catch you tomorrow. I've got the notification on for that. That's a nice thumbnail. And then when we get into... Yeah, so here's an example. This is where they give us a chance to hang out, get to know them. The stories and conversation could go just about anywhere. But they also do a lot of StreamYard panels, or have done a lot of StreamYard panels. And then they're out doing a lot of meetups in real life as well with familiar faces. And they've brought a few of these, like the Ozark meetups, and then last summer the Mid-America meetup, which I keep talking about just because it had 80 channels worth of creators and supporters. And on Butler Family Farm's channel, you're going to see a lot of familiar faces, right? Our dear friend Rambling with the Brooms is there, traveling hundreds of miles to go meet them as well. You see Lazy Days Ahead over there and a few other creators. So Butler Family Farm, incredibly supportive, and now well over 3,000 subscribers. You know, I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. They're working on 3,200 now. And Butler Family Farm, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Tend the sheep where you are, don't pass them by is Penny. You'll often hear us saying hello to Penny in the chat. This is a longtime friend, as a matter of fact. She's been with us since almost the beginning, well over 3 years, could be 3.5 by now. I actually joined her on her channel once for a 4-hour live stream where we were just talking about whatever came up at the time. Now, she has reset and restarted the channel, but seeks to inspire us in a spiritual way. And I'll show you the shorts on the channel so you get an idea of what's happening here. Some of these have gotten into 2,400, 2,600, 2,700 views. Videos bring just pure variety. It could be a product review, it could be a story to be told, or it could be a grocery haul. When we get into live streams, it's been a few months again since Penny's done any of these, but she gives us a great chance to get to know her, and the conversation can go anywhere once those start as well, like we see from a lot of live streamers. Judgment Day, Mike Harper, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Oh, interesting. Anne's arts and crafts. I just scrolled back to see your message there. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Pretty soon we'll start thinking about adding names to our wheel from our chat list. And keep in mind, especially for anybody that's only been here a couple of times, or if you're brand new today, the way that we put channels on the wheel and the screen is based on how active everybody has been in conversation. And that's over the course of the stream. We're usually here for 3 hours, and we get through as many channels as we can during that period. We still got about an hour and a half to go. Trish the Natural is going to bring us a live stream right after Tuber Chat today. Now, VS Speaks Royally is up on the screen, and this is a creator now with well over 5,000 subscribers. Now, you know I say of channels, again, of this size, that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. They're far past that, and VS Speaks Royally has brought a lot of variety on their channel. So that comes down to shorts, for instance, getting into 8,000 and 13,000 views. Videos encompass a little bit of variety mixed into their main conversation, which is always the royal family. Now, we know that there's always something going on with the royal family, more now than ever before. So VS Speaks Royally has been covering this for years, and especially in the live streams, you get vibrant conversation. And the thing about VS Speaks Royally, first of all, they engage conversation everywhere they go, and they do a great job of leading conversation in their live streams when you get there, keeping up with all the newsworthy events surrounding the royal family. And then they've got a vibrant community that participates, and you'll find a fast-rolling chat when you get over there. They rival those of the Stock Explorer, Scratch and PPA, and a few others. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I haven't caught you live in a couple of weeks. Hopefully I'll catch you again shortly. I've got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. And then, so Anne's Arts and Crafts asks, is it best to stick with one type of niche or category, or to have variety? Now, my personal opinion, especially here in the Tuber Chat family, is that we've seen success in both. I run a few other channels that are not my own, and I used to run a few more. I let some of them go because a couple of people a long time ago, when I had started with YouTube, asked me to kind of just do it for them. Whereas I don't think that that's an easy way to make a channel move, as opposed to helping when somebody's a hands-on creator, let's just say, if that makes any sense. Through what we've seen, YouTube started for me with variety channels. The whole idea was to do variety with a little bit of focus, because the audience is going to tell you what they're going to like out of the things you want to do. Now, if you have a razor-sharp focused channel, like Scratch and PPA, for instance, is a good example. He does lottery ticket scratching and almost nothing else. He posts with perfect consistency, and the channel grows, and you see his chat is the fastest rolling one that I talk about for the most part here in the Tuber Chat family. It is not uncommon to see anywhere from 30 to 50 people at a time watching, and that's every single week, just for 10 to 15 minute, for the most part, idea, depending on his premieres, right, and whether he's doing a giveaway. And we see a lot of channels that can do really well being focused that way, but we also see lots of success in variety channels. The reason why I mentioned the idea that I run other channels, when I had started on YouTube, I started by filming our work, and some of you know, but I do some outdoor work. It used to be 5 days a week. I've been able to trim that down now, because the online stuff that I have to do is taking over more and more as years go on. So I only have to be outdoors 2 or 3 days a week now. But I do horrible, awful work that I wouldn't wish on anybody, like concrete and asphalt, painting lines in parking lots, and putting up fences and stuff like that. So it's not all that terrible, but basically what happened is we started filming our work knowing that people will watch that. There's an audience for it, of course, but intending on being into variety completely, anything and everything at all. Now, we did break off after we started to find a little bit of success, and the creator that has the channel I started with also has a work channel, because we decided to break off and just run that. Now, we've struggled to put out videos on that channel over the last long while, probably because it's too many channels for what we're doing. So it's almost idea of backpedaling. I don't want to quite say regret, but I think this creator would have been better off if we'd have just left all the videos on one channel. But we couldn't have known that starting out. Because this creator is approaching a point. I fully expect eventually they'll have 100,000 on at least one of the channels. But they might have already been there if we just put most of the stuff together. So that's just an idea, but we all have to make our own decision as well. One of the most important things is to enjoy what we're doing. I think we can all agree that YouTube is more work than we planned for when we started. So you have to enjoy as much as you possibly can, otherwise it'll start to feel like a chore, and I don't wish that on anybody. Bipolar Aquatics, good to see you here. The other thing too is we can always change our mind a million times. So what I recommend to anybody before starting another channel is to try a series of videos on your original channel, if you've already done variety especially, or if you think it's okay. 10 or 12 episodes of anything at all. Like if you are a lottery ticket channel and you want to do some baking, then do a series of baking videos, 10 or 12 videos, and see if you like it, if you're going to follow through, if the audience reacts, and if you think it's worth starting another channel. Because, in my opinion, you need to be putting out at least one quality piece of content per week for each channel to make them grow. And that can be a real struggle when you start getting into making more than one video a week, right? So that's an idea. Something I've done even myself. I always test ideas on my personal channel, which is Pure Variety. I do almost everything over there. You know, depending on what comes up, what seems to be a good idea, even though I knew before I even started YouTube that I would probably be doing tutorials for social media and eventually YouTube itself, as well as product reviews for people who are content creators on different social media networks, the kind of devices or products that we all would use, like green screens, webcams, lighting, tablets, phones, and things like that. So again, this is just opinion. Please don't take what I say as gospel. I never want to make it sound like I think, you know, I'm an authority or anything like that. I learn from creators of all sizes every single day, but I have also been in social media from the beginning and on YouTube for 6.5 years now. So there's enough experience I just want to bring to the table so that we can discuss the ideas, and then we can all make the best decisions for our channels and our videos, myself included. And then Florida Claimers Ted, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Pardon me while I just read this name. Mercy Makwali, Ngoku. I know I'm not pronouncing that correctly, so forgive me for that. I don't know if there's a way for you to assist me to help me pronounce your name the way you would like me to pronounce it. I always want to promote channels the way they're supposed to be promoted, or the way you'd like them promoted. Lawn Lifters, good to see you in the house as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. No, Anne's Arts and Crafts, I really appreciate the questions, actually, because we don't talk about everything every day. And here in Tuber Chat, we're focused on going through channels, so I only get the opportunity to fly through concepts quickly. But it's helpful to everybody for us to discuss these ideas. Anybody's free to disagree with me, of course, and I've been corrected many times here in Tuber Chat over the years for things I might have been under the impression of that may be incorrect. Not to mention, not every idea works out perfectly for everybody. So we were talking recently about the new changes to the vertical live stream format. YouTube is pushing vertical live streams out more often. I don't want to recommend to anybody, hey, maybe maybe you should do that instead of what you're doing, because for any channel that I've heard of so far, almost, that's doing vertical live streams, we've seen a lot more spamming and trolling come through. So that's one thing you have to consider. But YouTube seems to be pushing the stuff a little bit more. That can drive a few subscribers and things like that. You have to decide if it's appropriate or not. But these are ideas. Myself personally, I did a vertical live stream this weekend and didn't see any change almost at all compared to what I usually do. Now, that just could be a matter of a few things, way too many to go into here. Because my channel's been seasoned, but I've also done a couple of things that I wouldn't recommend to other people as well, like changing or chasing newsworthy content. I gained a ton of subscribers all at once. I went from just over 2,000 to over 9,000 very quickly. But the problem with that is that most of those creators, 90% of them, are news chasers and don't come back for the regular content. So unless I'm going to go out and keep chasing political rallies and news and things like that, it's almost detrimental. You almost look at some of that as, forgive the term, but let's say dead subscribers, right? Because they're not coming back for the content. That can hurt the whole channel. Now, that's just an idea. It's just a thought. My channel might be suppressed, not to mention the political rallies that I decided to chase were on the opposite spectrum of the narrative that is, for argument's sake, a conspiracy theory based on what YouTube allows and doesn't allow us to talk about. So, for instance, I got a guideline strike on my personal channel because of the content I was chasing, because a speech within the political rally included something that YouTube does not want to be said. Let's just say, right? So just so we're clear and not to get into it too much, YouTube is absolutely not a free speech platform. Absolutely not. So you have to be careful of that. You see that right away when you're going through the checks when you post videos, because you will see that YouTube lets you know that they don't want, I forget the term of it. It's not politically charged content. I'll try to find the name of it, but when they talk about things that anybody could be offended by or anybody could be upset by, they've got a laundry list. It's a huge list now of 10 or 15 different things we have to watch out for. So this is an example. And then, thank you for that. So let's go on break for 3.5 minutes. If anybody wants me to clarify, we'll do that in 3.5 minutes when I come back. If I missed anything, just please mention it again. Please don't forget the thumbs up, share if you can, and we'll come right back with the Stock Explorer. All right, we're back, and the Stock Explorer is coming up right now. Roadkill Gaming Jory's back in the house, so I'll get them on the wheel again. I cleared the wheel earlier when our clear the wheel section came up. Pardon me, I just ran through the house. I ran up and down the stairs twice there. Pardon me. I did go get the honey, which I did forget to do before I streamed today. And Maritza's Yarn and Crafts is here with Jesse Miller unboxing some more, so I'll get them both on the wheel. Members always get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. We'll get some more names onto the wheel from our chat list shortly. There's Wilma 2U1, so I'm going to get that channel onto the wheel because they missed their turn a little while ago. And then we'll keep an eye on the wheel. When we get down to 5 or 6 names, we'll add some more. Forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. If I missed anything you meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. Then we're looking at the Stock Explorer. So this is Nora. Oh, they got a Super Bowl Sunday stream coming up as well. They're going to start any minute, actually. So we promised to raid to Trish the Natural. We'll do that in another hour and a half or so. After Tuber Chat, we got lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. But we know that the Stock Explorer will be live. I don't know how long they'll be on. Let's have a look at their live streams for a quick second here. Yeah, sometimes 2 hours, sometimes an hour, anywhere in between there. So we'll see. I imagine today might be a long one for anybody streaming because it's Super Bowl Sunday, right? Lots to talk about. And then when we look at the Stock Explorer, we see a creator that actually started with their channel wanting to talk to us about the stock markets and crypto markets in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. They do that with everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics like NFTs and options trading. And then they always have product in hand. We see that throughout their video thumbnails. And they bring us video shorts and live streams. And then yeah, it has to be today. Yes, has to be today. Chris's Clever Craft. Super Bowl Sunday, yes. And Trish the Natural has a thumbnail similar as well. We'll put the link for that when we get down to the last 15 minutes of Tuber Chat. We'll go over and raid Trish the Natural for today. I try to mix up the love, right, between different creators, so we raid different channels all the time. And is the Super Bowl about football this year? Because all my social feeds say it's very much about something else. I literally saw a post today of somebody filming Taylor Swift's jet landing, or what was supposed to be Taylor Swift's jet landing. I'll assume it's one of her jets. In time for the Super Bowl. That would have been yesterday, right? Bipolar Aquatics, good to see you in the house. Pieces of April, good to see you here. We'll see if the political election interference conspiracy theories are true soon enough today. If Taylor Swift uses the opportunity in the Super Bowl to endorse a political candidate. But again, I don't want to get too far into that kind of stuff. I do find it more entertaining than anything else. Keep in mind, I'm a Canadian, so I can't vote anyway. I'm just looking over the fence and being just as thoroughly amused at all of that as anybody. Pardon me just for a quick second. And the Stock Explorer, pardon me, so is bringing us video shorts and live streams. Now, like I said, they have product in hand. There are sometimes charts and graphs for us to see when they're talking stocks. And then they get into a little bit of crypto as well. There's lots of friendly conversation in the channel as well on their live stream. Sometimes they're talking stocks when we see a bear and a bull logo on their thumbnail. Pardon me, earnings day was out the other week. A week or two ago, so they were talking about that. But they've expanded the content on the channel as well. So sometimes they do StreamYard panels. The conversation can go just about anywhere. I have joined the Stock Explorer for a couple hours on their channel, as a matter of fact. Just talking YouTube, actually. And then now they've gotten into a lot of lottery ticket scratching with other creators as well. And that's brought some more entertainment into the channel and collaborations as well, because they're always doing that with other creators in what they call scratch battles. So hopefully everybody will connect with the Stock Explorer. They're getting very close to 2,000 subscribers. They will literally have that any day now. They got a lot of shorts on the channel. And here's an example of something when we talk about the idea of variety. Many creators, even if they have a completely niche channel with one category, are bringing variety into their shorts. Now, shorts do best when they are related to the long-form content on the channel, because they can drive subscribers that way. Otherwise, you might get subscribers from shorts that won't watch any of the long-form content or come in from live streams. But these are just ideas, not to say it's set in stone. There are some people who like videos. There are some people who like live streams. There are some people who like shorts. And there are some people who like a combination of those things. The Stock Explorer as well has done extremely well with these shorts, getting into 2,000 and 3,000 views, but one of them still moving over 9,000 now, which is great to see. And of course, the Stock Explorer is monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships. When we get there, they are a member and a moderator. Every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear channels, all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres and live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Superchat. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Thanks, Anne's Arts and Crafts. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. We mix up the days and times here, but I try to post in advance always, as long in advance as I can. Right now we're expecting to be back on Tuesday and Thursday. Roadkill Gaming Jory is coming up. We'll see what this creator's got going on their channel. I'm going to try to move it a little bit faster through channels now. We still got over an hour to go. Roadkill Gaming Jory has renamed their channel several times and updated their banner and their avatar to match. They're over 800 subscribers now, which is great to see, and they bring us video gameplay. So they got one video here about Xbox and PS4, but they've also got some shorts that have started. These have gotten already into 1,500 views and beyond, which is great. But then when we look at live streams, we see that this creator's on frequently. So they usually do daily live streams, but it's been about a week. I'm going to take the latest live stream replay and put that in my catch-up list just to give them a couple of watch hours there. But Roadkill Gaming Jory is here with us frequently. They're a longtime friend, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Hopefully everybody will connect with them and get some of that support coming back to you as well. So again, if anybody wants to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So Wilma2U1 is a supporter. Usually here in Superchat, almost everybody has a channel. Now, what I'm going to do, even though they have no content, is I'm going to go ahead and subscribe right now. I've seen this supporter out supporting other channels like crazy. I've run into them countless times. So I'm put my notification bell on. I'm just going to hope the subscription sticks, and then if they do come out with content, I'll already be subscribed. Here in Superchat, it's much more than 99%. But most creators here have channels or content, or intend on having channels and content at some point. But we love to give anybody a head start if they're going to think about content. We always want to motivate and inspire anybody. So as well, Jesse Miller Unboxings and More has been a dear friend for a long time. I think she's been connected to us for well over 3 years now. Could be closer to 3.5 years. Now, I could always be wrong about that, and hopefully everybody takes inspiration from the fact that I actually lose track of how long some of these friendships have gone on with creators. But Jesse Miller Unboxings and More has been incredibly over-the-top supportive, especially this year. More and more so, actually, as time goes on. We've had a few conversations lately, and they were the creator credited with bringing to my attention the recent changes in vertical live streams from YouTube. So there's a video out there from the creator team. It should be in everybody's YouTube studio, but you'll be able to search it out. Hopefully everybody's following the YouTube channels. They got a couple. But there's been this change to vertical live streams now. And what I believe, based on what I've seen, is that YouTube might even split those off into a separate tab on either the front of our channel or inside. I think that's why they changed their fonts and everything, to kind of compress this a little bit, to make more room. Because there's a lot of other things we can add to our front pages. You see that with different types of channels, like our music channel, for instance, or somebody who has podcasts like I have on my personal channel. But Jesse Miller Unboxings and More brought to my attention the changes. And I actually heard from Unstable TV today as well, from the UK. And Danielle and James let us know that they found great success doing a vertical live stream, also tripling their views. Which is great. They already do fantastically well. But Jesse Miller Unboxings and More let me know about the changes, brought that YouTube video to my attention, and I'm grateful for that. This is what I was talking about earlier. Anybody can reach out anytime. I'm always happy to hear anything at all, positive or negative, when it comes to either YouTube or Superchat itself, or our community, friends, and things like that. And you can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. Now, what they've started doing with vertical live streams is putting them out into the Shorts feed, so that what happens is while people are flipping through Shorts videos, they might come across a live stream. Now, if you want to see how this works, you can just go into Shorts on the YouTube app, whether you're on Android or iPhone, and pause a Shorts video, and there should be a live tab there that you can tap. You have to pause a Shorts video to see it, but once you click that, it'll show you a bunch of live streams as well. It's very easy to accidentally run into a live stream, but it's also very easy to accidentally swipe out of a live stream. We've seen that as well. I tried one the other day. It didn't do anything different for me. Canadian Family Life's going to try one today. And yeah, it's true, Jesse Miller Unboxings and More. And this is what I wish for, right? That's why, like, I try to give credit when it comes around. If somebody brings something to my attention that I haven't seen, because I learn every day as well. I mean, we're all busy, right? And, you know, I have, we're all just as busy as each other in different ways, regardless of what we got going on in life. It's impossible for anybody to keep up with everybody and everything. So I appreciate the help, but then want to spread it throughout the community as well. Obviously, we've got over 5,000 channel owners here, so when we put the word out, it can travel fast, and then hopefully a couple creators get some credit for that as well. So Jesse Miller Unboxings and More, thank you for that. I experimented with it, but I made a mistake. I actually went live and thought that it didn't go live, and there's reason for that. I was using an app on the phone and restreaming through Facebook and everything, and I was wrong. It was on and I thought it wasn't, so I cut it and then I restarted again, and that was probably a big mistake. Not to mention I put a thumbnail on mine, so I have to ask everybody when they've done these vertical live streams if you put your own thumbnail on it or if you just let it go, because I wonder if that might have something to do with it. Not to mention, I was chasing political content, and that might have been suppressed by the YouTube algorithm. That's always a possibility. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More brings us unboxing videos, typically of subscription services. Many of us have seen these types of things where you get a monthly subscription. It could be books, it could be socks, it could be seeds, it could be yarn, it could be just about anything under the sun. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More has done a lot of stationery, a lot of jewelry. FabFitFun is there. I think she's done BoxyCharm as well. a lot of popular ones, sometimes independent unboxing videos as well, but she's been at this a long time. 400 videos now and over 1,800 subscribers. She's got some shorts on the channel, and these usually feature some of the products that she's found within the unboxing videos, and then as well live streams on the channel, which she does usually once every couple of months, so she's probably overdue now. We'll keep an eye on the channel and see when she's going to do another one. I've got notification bells on, and that's so that we can catch as much content from each other as we possibly can, of course. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. We'll see who's coming up next. But the other thing, too, is Jesse Miller Unboxings and More has been incredibly supportive. And we have a lot of creators here who are. You know, Just Jason Keto and More has gone over and above this year. Our moderators are with me all the time on just about everything that I do. Scratch and PPA literally supports every single thing I do on every single channel that I touch. But we got a few creators that have really been spending a lot of time helping. Chris's Clever Craft has always been a dear friend. We've got a few friends that have been moderators on our music channel, but even on my personal channel. A few creators like Jesse Miller have been extra supportive, and I really do appreciate that. You know, there's a lot of channels out there to support, and we all have to spread the love around as much as we can. So my hope is that when you spend time here in Tuber Chat or with me anywhere else, hopefully you're getting value for the time that you spend. Either we're learning together, or at the very minimum, there'll be some entertainment. But, you know, I'm always wanting to learn. Every new video, every new live stream is another notch on the belt for experience, if we want to put it that way, so that we have more to share. And then, you know, hopefully we can help each other and guide each other and things like that, if that makes sense. Marketplace Boutique is up on the screen right now. This is a creator who's going to help us, and one of the things they want to help us with is an extra stream of income, if we want to look at that. Most of us have monetization on our minds, and Marketplace Boutique is going to help us with a different way to bring in streams of income, thinking about the idea of buying and selling, particularly on platforms like eBay. They've been doing this since 1998 with an e-commerce business, and they will not only show us how to find great things to buy and sell, but how to get great deals on some of those things, and then give great deals so that we can hopefully profit, as well as the packaging and the shipping, the other kinds of details we have to go through. They'll even take us shopping to find different types of ideas that we might think about selling on different platforms like eBay or Letgo or other places as well. Marketplace Boutique has been at this for a long time now, and they've been a dear friend to us here in Tuber Chat. But I've also, ever since they started coming into Tuber Chat on what must be, I think it's getting on a year now, and forgive me if I'm mistaken, but the second this creator started coming into Tuber Chat, right away I started seeing them out supporting other creators, and that continues today. And I'm always happy to see that. Now, they've had some success with shorts, again, with pure variety over here. But some of these have done well. 4,000, 8,000, 12,000 views and beyond. And that will likely continue as they post more and more. They've got 600 subscribers right now. Hopefully we can help push them towards the 700 we know they're thinking about. Handicapped Traveler, good to see you in the house. Together We Travel. Good to see you here as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. Henry Nelson is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on. They let us know in their About section on their channel that they are by no means an expert, but they do live on a farm. And they bring us a lot of outdoor content for that purpose. They bring us a lot of trail cam videos, so we get some more wildlife there as well. I'm going to grab one of their latest videos. Most of their videos are quite short, so you have to keep that in mind. This is another channel where we want to be looking for videos that are 3 minutes or longer. They have at least one here. They got another one here. So they got a couple of videos that are great to connect with. And again, these are just minimums. So when you're connecting to other creators, we always recommend videos that are at least 3 minutes, but you'll see me here in Tuber Chat, even when we have a brand new channel, I look for videos that are closer to 10 minutes. And the idea is just in the spirit of doing as much as we can for anybody, right? Or by all means, watching more than one video. The comments are one of the most important parts. I recommend 3 or 4 sentences, and we always give the thumbs up and ring the notification bell as well. So shorts on the channel here have also done well, getting into 4,000, 5,000, and almost 7,000 views for Henry Nelson, which is great to see. 357 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 400 we know that they're thinking about. I'm going to look for another couple of channels to add to the wheel. Keep in mind, of course, it's always based on how actively engaged everybody is in conversation during the course of the stream. It'll take me a second to get to that. Maybe we'll spin one more time. As well, again, if anybody wants to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Simply Vigo is coming up. This is a channel that just found us what I think is a couple of months ago. They've been here frequently. It's definitely more than a few weeks, but I think we might already be on to well over a month now. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, of course. Close to 1,300 subscribers. Lots of delicious looking content on their channel. And we know right away that it's all vegan. So I got a lot to learn from a channel like this, but this is Shelly. And this is her plant-based lifestyle and journey in the kitchen. So we can join her for that. I'm going to grab her latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to somewhat stay caught up with this channel. James Money 615, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then, yes, God's Child TV, being loyal and dedicated supporters is always the best thing. The whole reason why I go on and on and on about it so much, and the magic of what we're doing here really comes down to the friendships that are made between creators in the chat. It really has nothing to do with me or putting channels on the screen, even though I know everybody likes that a lot, and it's what we do for 3 hours while we're here. But the magic literally happens in the chat. As you're connecting with other creators and building those friendships, that's literally why the channel's called Superchat. So I'm just going to look for another couple of channels I can put onto the wheel. Backyard Trucker will get put on right now. They've been with us for most of the live stream today, which I appreciate. Feathered Friends Homestead, if they're still here, I'll have to double check. Let's look at Simply Vigo Shorts while we've got their channel on the screen as well. More bite-size, forgive the pun, bite-size bits of delicious looking content on their channel, but you can see all the variety here as well, which is great to see. So there has to be something for anybody when you're looking for vegan recipes or ideas. And like I said, I've got lots to learn from a channel like this. 2,500, 2,700 views on a couple of these. And yeah, Feathered Friends Homestead, just please let me know if you're still here. Chill Slots, let me know if you're still in the house. Backyard Truckers on the wheel right now. Becoming Vermont, I think, left a while ago. So maybe I'll start doing this manually right now. Judgment Day Mike Harper's been with us for a little while already. I'll get some more names onto the wheel shortly. Let's spin. We'll see who's coming up next. Oh, there's Feathered Friends Homestead. Okay, I've got you on the wheel now. Or we'll have in a second. Chris's Clever Craft is coming up. And I talked about this channel earlier because he's actually got a gaming channel. Now, this creator brings fun into everything that they do. They've been a longtime friend, and they literally support all of my channels as well. Now, Chris's Clever Craft is getting close to 600 subscribers. He's got an interesting property, so I would consider this channel a part of the homesteading community. He's done a lot of do-it-yourself type videos. Chris is a very handy type of person. He also brings us for series where he's literally trading some work for a car. And we've seen this more than once on this channel. So he could be indoors, mostly outdoors, giving us a look around, a story to be told, or a product review, unboxing, or even shout outs for other creators. Now, Chris's Clever Craft obviously has a dynamic personality. He gives us a chance to get to know him on the channel. When we get into his shorts videos, we see that some of these have done okay, getting into 1,400, 1,600 views, but he's got one over 3,200 and one that still moves over 14,000 views. I think that one is still climbing along. We're seeing that more and more these days. For a long time, I was saying shorts videos get usually a pump of views when they do well, and then maybe a second one, but then they typically stop. But for many creators now, we're starting to see a small percentage of them continue to grow, which is great. It tells me that shorts have started to really take off. Like, there's a real audience out there for it. And then Chris's Clever Craft has done some live streaming. We'll keep an eye on the channel, see if they're going to continue with those. There's a possibility that I might go to Ottawa next week again. I'm deciding right now, and am unsure. So far the plan is to do that, but I also have to just reiterate the idea. I mentioned it earlier today, but I got a guideline strike on my personal channel for one that I did in Toronto, a rally, but it had to do with something that one of the speakers said in one of the speeches, so it's just an idea. Chris's Clever Craft was with me through all that political content as well. Kaiser Gaming YT is a second channel from this creator, and they're saying they're getting really close, I believe, to the watch hours. Is that right? Oh, I see. Okay, Chris's Clever Craft is saying that series where he was trading work for a car. He wanted to finish the series, which is great. Yeah, I understand. And then, yes, Judgment Day, Mike Harper. I just put you on the wheel right now. And then Canadian Family Life. I'm going to get you onto the wheel also. And then Kaiser Gaming YT is playing an interesting game here, Pixel Gun 3D Battle Royale. Now, I haven't tried this game myself, but it looks to me like a combination of Minecraft and maybe Fortnite or something like that. So he is posting every single day, sometimes more than once a day. I'm going to take the latest video, put it into my catch-up list here. And there you go. Yes, almost have the 3,000 hours on this channel. So that goes to show, just by posting in abundance, you can gain that. But Chris has been at this for a long time. Let me just look at when you started this channel. So just a year. Well, it says a year, but I don't know what that really means, right? Because it'll say that right up until 2 years. Yeah, it must have been longer. Lots and lots and lots of videos on the channel, my dear goodness. Yeah, 3,300 videos. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I noticed that before. Forgive me if I did, but my dear goodness. 3,300 videos. Yeah, I can actually run you too. I've been aggressively chasing, or starting to aggressively chase watch hours again with the music channel. Obviously, when I stopped live streaming, it's been a year now, so we unfortunately have gone past the deadline for all the hours everybody had helped us with the first time. I feel terrible about that, but I'm still trying to decide what to do with that. My intention is to put it back up 24 hours a day. But Kaiser Gaming YT, I can certainly run everything you got over here. Now, they've done a couple of live streams. We'll see if those are going to continue. And they've done some shorts videos on the channel also. I have heard that gaming channels can do really well with shorts. We've seen it a couple of times. So we've gotten into 4,200, 4,800, and 5,700 views here, which is great to see. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. We've still got an hour to go. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. I'll get some more names onto the wheel from our chat list in another moment here. Feathered Friends Homestead is coming up, and we'll see what they've got going on. And what I'm talking about there, for anybody that hasn't seen it, all the same music that you hear in the background of Superchatters is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and streams, and we have a separate channel for that is linked here occasionally, but also found on our front page. There's Tropical Buzz. Oh, Stock Explorer, forgive me, I forgot to put up your second channel. I don't know why on earth I forgot that. Tropical Buzz is a second channel from the Stock Explorer where they seek to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they grow themselves. They got videos and shorts over there, and I believe they are, I forget the subscriber count, if it's over 300 or not. But that's the Stock Explorer, a member and a moderator here. I'll look at that channel briefly in a second after Feathered Friends Homestead. Let me get it. See if I can get it ready here. Yeah, I don't know why I overlooked that today. And then Feathered Friends Homestead is Kim, Chuck, and their Chihuahua Peanut, plus their newest family member, Gus, as a Pomeranian. They are in rural Colorado. There's another one of those systems like we saw earlier, something similar, right? One of these hydroponics ideas to grow things indoors. What I really love about this, I mean, like, I always like technology and stuff. It looks, you know, all modern or futuristic or whatever you want to call it, but it's so neat and tidy. Right, Kristen has one of these. She's got one that's got, you know, 6 different things, I think, that she's growing. And like I was saying, it took a while for a couple of them to sprout, but then, bang, they just flew up, which is great. So when we look at Feathered Friends Homestead as well, this was an interesting idea because they're talking about the idea of setting up this incubator and then hatching chicken eggs there. But these creators, like a lot of our homesteading friends, will bring us indoors, a little bit of outdoor content as well. Now I see you've done the review of the hydroponic system, which is great. More product reviews here as well. I still to this day don't know if that's Saker or Sacker. We've seen that reviewed by a couple of friends. And then lots of delicious looking content, lots of canning over here as well, which is something we see from creators in the homesteading community often. A little bit of gardening updates there as well. And some mail call videos, which is great also. So let's spin the, pardon me, we'll spin the wheel in a second. We'll look at the shorts videos on the channel. We see 1,500 views on a couple of these, which is great. More outdoor content in the shorts videos here. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Feathered Friends Homestead. We see them out supporting other creators as well as here in Tuber Chat just about every stream lately. So thank you for that. I know not everybody can be here every day, and I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. Derpy Playground, good to see you in the house. Bipolar Aquatics still here. I'm going to get some more names onto the wheel in another moment. And let's look at Tropical Buzz for a second. I don't know why I forgot to put this channel on the screen. This is the Stock Explorer. You'll recognize Nora right there. And this is where, like I said, they seek to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they're going to grow themselves. Nora the Stock Explorer is in Florida. And obviously a member and a moderator here in Tuber Chat as well. Every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres and live streams, you will be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channels, the same way we do here in Tuber Chat. So, Maritz's Yarn and Crafts is up on the screen right now with 454 subscribers. They love to crochet, sew, draw, paint, garden, thrift, and travel. They might bring us a little more variety on the channel as well. Maritz's Yarn and Crafts is here with us frequently, just about every day, and out supporting other creators all the time as well. Lots of yarn hauls on the channel, as you would expect. Some fiber arts, fiber crafts that we can see. And Maritz's Yarn and Crafts, like I said, is supportive. I run into them out supporting other creators frequently. When we get into shorts videos, we see that these have started to move into 796 views. They're going to have 800 on this in no time. So we'd love to push even that video a little bit farther. And then, yes, Chris's Clever Craft, I think I got you beat there. I've been trying to get a little bit of physical activity going on, but I got a long way to go. The last time I had to talk to a doctor, not for a bad reason, just for like, yearly checkups and stuff like that. He goes, "What happened?" And yeah, so I gotta do something about that quick. You're making me laugh. Let me see what I could do about adding names to the wheel right now. Bipolar Aquatics has been with us for quite some time today. Chill Slots, I was going to put you on the wheel earlier. We'll get you on there right now. And I always put names on the wheel based on how actively engaged they've been in conversation in the chat. I got a robot in the background keeping track of that. Life is Jaleesa is back in the house. And it looks like we're going to look at Backyard Trucker right now. So we'll see what they've got going on. I'm going to add one more name to the wheel. We'll put Handicapped Traveler on there. And I'll get some more names as we need them. If anybody has not already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Backyard Trucker is a channel I'm still getting to know. They got 59 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that first 100. Just a simple guy putting anything and anything, everything and anything on for viewing, which is great. And then, this is what happens. I can tell everybody this as well. So I keep saying, I've been on YouTube for 6.5 years now. I started somebody else's channel 6.5 years ago. Helped a couple other people get a couple of channels going back then, and then started my own channel. And it's pure variety over there. But one of the things that I can tell everybody from all of that experience is that we never, ever, ever get to pick which videos everybody's going to like. You might put a lot of work, effort, thought, consideration into a video, and you're sure that's going to be the one that's going to be your #1 video. And in every case that I've seen, we're always surprised. Videos that are done casually, often full of mistakes, are the ones that do just fine. Because you have to keep in mind as well, we'd love to put our best foot forward and make our videos the highest quality possible, if that makes sense. But at the same time, people are here for YouTube. They're not here for television, right? So these are ideas. You have to find a happy medium between the ideas of speed and quality, right? Ron's Keto Cafe, thanks for coming in. They're a member, so I've got them on the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then Backyard Trucker as well. I see you got a few new videos. I'm going to take the latest one. They just put this up a few days ago. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with one of your latest videos. They've got some shorts on the channel as well. More shorts than videos, actually, but these have done well, getting into 2,400, 2,500 views, and 10,000. Which is great to see. So hopefully that continues. I'm sure that it will. Backyard Trucker's been with us frequently lately. And then again, we always mix up our days and times so we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Yeah, no television, yes. Chris, Chill Slots is coming up as well. That's Chris's Covercraft I was talking to. Chill Slots is coming up right now. If anybody has the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Superchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Honcho Gaming, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me, I might not have seen you when you first got here. And then Chill Slots is up here right now. So this is another creator that's going to bring us some slot gaming more than anything else. And they bring us different types of games. I'm going to take the latest one and put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to get caught up with them or keep caught up with them. They just put that up yesterday. They're posting frequently, a few times a week, it looks like, at least twice a week. It's interesting. You're able to grab the logos for all these games for the thumbnails, too. That's really, really cool. And then they might bring a little more variety into their videos. They've already done over 150 of them. When we get into shorts, they've just done a couple here, but hopefully they'll post more and more. And then when we get into live streams, that might be an idea for the future. They've experimented with one of those, and we've seen chill slots here in Tuber Chat frequently, so hopefully we'll see them again soon, and hopefully I'll catch another. I don't know if you premiere these videos. Forgive me for not being sure. I'm not sure if I've caught you for a premiere yet or not, but that could be an idea as well. Cruising is fun anytime. Good to see you in the house, Jeremy and Cheryl. They do the morning show with Eddie Lugo Studios and the Mustard Drill. I think you added a fourth member into the morning. I'm not sure if it's the morning show or it was just one thumbnail I saw the other day, or if it's your second channel, because they got Jeremy and Cheryl's Cruising Adventures as well. They got two channels between that couple, but they always have pleasant things to say about Tuber Chat, for which I'm grateful, and have been with us a long time now. I think it's a year, maybe more. Ron's Keto Cafe is here with 1,240 subscribers or so. We'd love to push them towards the 1,300 we know they're thinking about. And Ron's Keto Cafe is going to help us with healthy eating, healthy living, giving us his personal story and experience, so that we can hopefully be motivated and inspired to eat a little healthier, live a little bit healthier. He's lost over 100 pounds in his keto journey and shares that with us, including tips and tricks, as we can see, recipes, and a lot of stories to be told. Hopefully everybody will enjoy that when you get there. When we get into shorts on the channel, he's just done the one so far, but live streams are frequent. I've caught him a few times. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one. These tend to be just short ones, usually anywhere from a few minutes to half an hour, but we've got our notification bell on, and that is in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, catching as much content from each other as we can. So hopefully I'll catch you for another live stream shortly as well. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Handicap Travelers coming up. We'll see what they've got going on. Handicap Traveler is somebody else who's been in Tuber Chat frequently lately, but I see them out supporting other creators frequently as well. They're over 1,100 subscribers right now. They give us a great chance to get to know them. They've got some information on their About page so that we can get an idea of what to expect on the channel. Videos come out frequently, as we can see. I'm going to take your latest one, put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with you. I see you've got a premiere coming up tomorrow, so I've got my notification on for that. Hopefully I'll catch that as well. When we look at shorts on the channel, we see that they've gotten into 1,300 and 2,500 views and beyond. And this channel, more than anything else, while they talk about Handicap Traveler, they bring us a lot of what I would expect to see in homesteading channels as well. But they give us a great chance to get to know them, sometimes taking us out for an adventure as well. And then as well, I see them out supporting other creators, but we also have live streams here. So they've just did one a few days ago. They seem to be on about once a month. Hopefully we'll see that continue. And Handicap Travelers here with us regularly, so obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go, and I'll add another couple of names onto the wheel right now. Canadian Family Life is about to come up. This is Tiffany from New Brunswick, and she brings a bit of variety on her channel. She's got a live stream coming up tonight, and is about to give a try for the vertical live streams. Yeah, I'll be interested to see what happens with this, because I was convinced this weekend when I put a thumbnail on mine that might have been detrimental. Although it sounds ridiculous, but we know that the algorithm catches everything, right? Another container garden update. Look at this video. I love this rollover here because when you see what they've got for a container garden here, it's so well kept, neat, tidy, and I really love that idea. Especially somebody myself, like me and Kristen, we live in an apartment, and you know, trying to do any kind of gardening or growing of anything in a small space has to be challenging for just about anybody. But now we've got these new ideas, inspiration from some of our friends to help us. But I've always been taken with that. Canadian Family Life typically does a lot of grocery hauls, cooking videos, Happy Meal videos, product reviews, and some live streaming as well. You recognize Tiffany. You've probably seen her even today when I've been going through channels on a few other people's live streams, because she joins a lot of StreamYard panels. That can be a great way to grow your channel as well, by collaborating with others. So I would consider this channel to be among the homesteading channels, because they bring us a combination of indoor and outdoor content. We talk about saving money. We talk about cooking and possibly baking. And then as well with the container gardening going on. She also gives us a chance to get to know the family, and we see that the shorts have done well, getting into 2,500 views and beyond. One of them over 5,400, which is great to see. Now, they are one of the first two channels that we know of monetized under the newer restrictions of 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time, but they've long surpassed that, now over 3,000 subscribers, which is great to see. The Bud Files is back. I'm going to put them on the wheel right away. And Tina A. Warending, Money About, good to have you in the house as well. Canadian Family Life also streams occasionally, but they have inspired their husband Chris to start another channel. Chris's Creation Fun brings do-it-yourself videos and 3D printing. He recently renamed the channel so that he could expand the content over here, but has brought us a couple new videos now. So we've got a few almost advanced, I'd like to say, do-it-yourself videos talking about solar charging. This one's a little bit different, but talking about a lot of 3D printing, which is how the channel started as well. And then shorts on the channel have started. One of these is at 350 views already, which is great. So hopefully you'll post more and more of those. And, you know, the biggest complaint I get on YouTube, and have for the last 6.5 years, is why is it so difficult to get our in real life friends and family members to support our channels when we can find people online willing to do it easily? And I think it makes it that much more special when we do find in real life friends and family members supporting each other's channels. In this case, a husband and wife combo, separate channels, but supporting each other wholeheartedly. And then Ishal Larabe Family Vlog, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Please correct me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'd love to pronounce your channel name the way you want it to be pronounced. I always want to promote everybody the way they want to be promoted. I'll appreciate the help. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go, and I'll get a couple of names onto the wheel in a second here. Pardon me. I just added a couple names there. Pieces of April is on the wheel. I meant to get Life as Jaleesa. And Honcho Gaming is on there as well. So we'll spin the wheel in another moment here. The Bud Files are here with us just about every single day. That's a family of creators that are modern day archaeologists. The idea is that they want to uncover history and digitally preserve it in video. They bring us shorts and live streams as well. They've really expanded their content over the last year or so, bringing us all kinds of indoor and outdoor adventures, giving us a great chance to get to know the family. They take us out for lots of adventures, typically to abandoned locations or graveyards or cemeteries or the like, but a lot of times they take us out for different family fun as well. Now videos, they just did a monster shout out video. Look at that, 2 hours long, for 1,700 subscribers that they've got on the channel now. The Bud Files are incredibly supportive. Not only are they here every day, but they're out supporting other creators constantly. I run into them every day, or every time I could be out supporting other creators as well. Oh, interesting that you did a Super Bowl video the other day. That's cool. Forgive me for not catching that. And then the Bud Files, like I said, have expanded their content in between the abandoned locations, graveyards, and cemeteries. They've got some shorts on the channel. We get a lot more variety here, and these have gotten into 3,000, 5,000, even 15,000 views. I've been lucky enough to hang out with this family many times in their live streams while they've been doing all kinds of different activities. They could be outdoors, they could be indoors singing doing karaoke type ideas, or playing a game, crafting, or bowling. I keep mentioning the bowling because I still can't get over the idea of bowling in the house. I know they've always had those like bowling kits and stuff like that, but I just think it's amazing to be playing sports in the house of any kind. So the Bud Files as well is working on 1,800 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards their next milestone. And thank you everybody for the kind words in the chat as well. I miss a lot that goes on in the chat, but I really do help appreciate it when I see some of that stuff when I'm glancing over. And then yeah, Ishel Larabe family vlog. So here in Tuber Chat, we're very much focused on generosity and the idea of supporting other creators first, with all of the things we wish they would do for us, knowing that they will turn around and do that for you afterwards. So our instructions are always in our video description, but it literally is living with the idea of generosity at the forefront of our mind, knowing that if we give much more than we expect to receive from other creators, it will come back to us, especially over the long term, far beyond what we expected in the first place. So it starts with a conversation by reaching out to other creators, letting them know you want to connect, and then heading to their channel, doing all those things, coming back, let them know that you've done that. They'll turn around and do the same for you. Judgment Day Mike Harper is going to have 400 subscribers any day, or maybe even any minute from now. There's another creator who's here with us just about every single day. They give us a little bit of information about the creator on their About page. They bring videos out frequently, usually giving us a chance to get to know them, sometimes some updates, a bit of variety there. They got lots of shorts on the channel, and these have now gotten into over 1,000 views. This one's still crawling along, over 1,100 now. We've seen that one grow. And then live streams are something that they do frequently as well, at least once a week, sometimes twice, giving us more stories to be told and a chance to get to know the creator. And then when we look at their second channel, we see Michael Harper, and this is a complimentary channel. Now, Michael Harper is a very popular name, so therefore a popular name for a YouTube channel as well. Ishel Larabe family vlog. Everything on YouTube takes time. But we find that when you connect with other creators and truly build friendships, that's where you give your channel a strong and solid foundation. Posting one quality piece of content per week is enough to make a channel grow organically. The things we're doing here speed things up. But you'll hear from the stories that I tell whenever we're here in our streams, the friendships that have been made, and you'll hear the success stories of some of the channels, particularly with their growth, about how they've either become monetized or are growing watch hours or are extremely helpful to others. And you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about when you hear more of that. Michael Harper is the complimentary channel for Judgment Day. Mike Harper, 56 subscribers over here. We'd love to push them towards that first 100. As well, we see that they're doing a lot of movie reviews over here, particularly DVD and Blu-ray reviews, including a video that was just put up yesterday. And then shorts on the channel have gotten into 300 and 400 views, so hopefully that continues. Pure variety over here in these shorts. Judgment Day, Mike Harper's here with us every day as well, for which I'm grateful. So let's go on break for another 3.5 minutes. And again, if anybody wants to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I'm willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. We still got over a half an hour to go. We've got a raid coming up for Trish the Natural. She's going to do a special live stream for Super Bowl Sunday. She typically talks hair care and other ideas, but often has StreamYard panelists up with her. And we'll get into that when we get about 15 minutes closer to the end of Tuber Chat, but a half an hour is a lot of time to put lots of channels on the screen, so we'll get to as many as we can. We're coming back in 3.5 minutes with Pieces of April. All right, we're back and looking at pieces of April. I also put Hygge Homestead and Derpy Playground onto the wheel. When you see that channel in the chat, it's actually spelled Hygge, but we pronounce it Hygge. So Hygge Homestead's actually been a longtime friend of what I believe is well over 2 years. It could be 2.5 now. And a dear over-the-top friend. So I've got them on the wheel right now. Lauren, I coach, check it out. Or pardon me, Lauren, coach, check it out. Or, sorry, Lauren, coach it out. Good to see you in the house. Even with my glasses, my vision is not what I wish it was. But welcome to the channel. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Thank you for that, Scratch and PPA. I forget all the time to even check if they're there until I'm glancing at the chat and see if one of them is not there. Yes. Oh, who on earth calls Scratch and Pete Bot? I don't think it was Florida Claimers Ted. I know he was here for a quick second today. Oh, I can't remember who for the life of me calls Scratch and PPA Pete Bot. Because he's so supportive. He's in every channel all the time. I don't know if I've almost, you almost never see a premiere or a live chat where, for a live stream where Scratch and PPA hasn't caught it, at least for a moment. Judgment Day Mike Harper got his 400, which is great to see. And I know it's easier said than done, but if you can, just keep connecting with people right now, because YouTube loves to play games with all of our numbers. We know they take our views, our likes, our subscribers, our watch time. They even take our thumbs down sometimes. Thank goodness for that, right? But we don't want to see you slip back below that 400. So if you can get it up to about 405, that should be enough. Pieces of April is up on the screen. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. They got 722 subscribers right now. And they've got a new video here, or not new, sorry, this is from 4 months ago, but it's in their featured position. I'm going to take this video and put it into my catch-up list. And what will happen is the next time I come to the channel, that will disappear into the archives. But I'll get into their videos, and I'm also going to take the latest one they put up from a few days ago. And I'll put this in my catch-up list as well. Playlists can be a great tool for that. Honcho Gaming was talking about swapping playlists. So when we talk about that idea, it's a simple arrangement that anybody can make with each other to run a playlist of videos for each other. And the key there is obviously running the playlist, not necessarily sitting and watching every single second of every video, but you can imagine by getting lots of different creators to run an entire playlist of your videos, your watch hours are going to really stack up. But once you've created a friendship with a creator by trading favors in that way, chances are you're going to continue to favor them. They're also going to continue to favor you. And you might come out with another 50 or 100 videos this year. Now your watch hours are going to grow exponentially. And this is one of the reasons why we push it so hard here in Superchat. So it's a simple arrangement. Anybody can either make those arrangements here or give each other your Instagrams or TikToks or Facebooks or, whatever else to communicate. And, anybody who wants to swap playlists with each other can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. There's a couple other benefits to swapping playlists, but that's the long and short of it. If you need me to clarify, just please let me know. But everybody's free to do that as much as they want. Now, shorts on this channel, Pieces of April, have gotten into 1,300, 3,300, one over 9,400 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel. They have done quite a few of these. They seem to be on about once a month. So we'll keep an eye on the channel, see if they're going to do one again soon. I've got notification bells on for everyone. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other. So let's spin the wheel, and Pieces of April, I'll look forward to watching another couple videos from you, getting to know the channel a little bit better. Derpy Playground is coming up. Let's see what they have got going on. Derpy Playground is a junior high student that brings a bit of variety. They are taken with large ships like the Titanic, creating them, sinking them. They've done some shout outs lately with these duck races, by the way. If you haven't already seen this, these are entertaining. It's similar to what somebody might do with a wheel, but a lot more fun and entertaining. I'm just going to grab the latest, a Minecraft video of a ship, which is really cool. For some reason, I'm also very attracted to ships and always have been, but I don't know why. It was never like any part of my life or anything like that. I ended up working on a cruise ship a long time ago when I was about 23 years old for a summer. And it was a life-changing experience, of course, but it's the only time, and there's no reason in my life why that should have been. So I don't know what draws me to that, but Derpy Playground also has a fascination with ships. They talk about that in their about section here, where they talk about building and sinking cardboard ships. But they got some more variety here in between the shout out videos, and I believe some video gameplay as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Derpy Playground has been with us just about every stream since finding us. Another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They got some shorts here that have done really well. 4,000, 8,000, one over 44,000 views. And then live streams on the channel are something they've experimented with. They did one 2 months ago, another month ago, so we'll see if they're going to do that again. We've got notification bells on for every channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. Izzy is in the house and just dropped another gifted membership. They've done that countless times before. We're treating those gifted memberships like super chats these days, so I'm going to put Izzy's channel on the screen right away. And, pardon me, I forgot the @ symbol. Here they are. So, Izzy is a really short and popular name for a channel. Now, it's best for us to search, find, and click on each other, because the channels that are hardest to find are the ones that need our help the most. But I just dropped their handle in the chat if anybody can't find them and needs to use that to get to them. Michael's Adventures, who's a beloved and dedicated moderator, will be happy to have picked up that gifted membership, so thank you again for that. The Sunday Dinner Chef, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I believe you've been here before. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. I can't remember if we met outside or if you have been in a Tuber Chat live stream. But for anybody that's brand new today, hopefully you're feeling welcome. Our instructions are always in our video description so that you can get the most value out of your time here and meet as many friends as possible. Anybody can meet anywhere from 8 to 10 friends per hour here if you're working at it. Any faster than that is too fast, but that's the idea. Now, Izzy is here intending on bringing pure variety. That's what they let us know on their About page. They've got some beautiful, incredible looking banner, avatar, thumbnails on the channel. They post frequently, so we can see that at least a few times a week. Lots of videos on the channel already. Look, getting close to 500 actually. And they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Lately, they've been doing animations and music. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 1,300, 1,600 views, one over 12,000. Which is great to see. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they're on frequently here as well, usually at least a couple times a week, sometimes 3 times a week also. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Izzy. Obviously an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They just gifted a membership. Again, they've done that countless times before. And forgive me, yeah, the Sunday Dinner Chef, I wasn't 100% sure, but thank you for that. And it's great to have you back. Kristen Welton, my love, is in the house. Thank you for coming in. She, of course, is a member and a moderator, so I'll get her channel onto the wheel in a quick second. Life is Jalisa is here, and we still got 20 minutes to go. We'll get as many channels on the screen as we can between now and then. In another 5 minutes, I'm going to put Trish the Natural's link up for her live stream. And she's doing a special Super Bowl Sunday edition like the Stock Explorer might be doing right now, and like Canadian Family Life has got lined up for tonight as well. When we look at Life as Jalisa, this is a channel that's fairly new and new to Tuber Chat. So they just did a 12th birthday video a few days ago, so happy belated birthday to you. I'm just going to take this video, put it into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them. And let's look at their videos page for a quick second. So they've just got the one video for now. And we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the first 100. It looks like it's going to be pure variety over here. And Life is Jaleesa has actually been with us a few times already, so it's great to have you back. This is a perfect video to connect with. Much longer than the 3 minutes we talk about. But I'm happy to watch that for you after today's stream. Judy May Collins, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. So forgive me for not knowing, when Judy May Collins says that Nora, they say my niece, is that a loving kind of kidding around niece? Or was that something I never knew that might be real? I'm just curious to know. We got a few creators. Auntie Maddie and Uncle David are very much known as everybody's uncle and aunt on YouTube. They've been friends since the beginning of Superchat, actually. But a lot of friends can be like that. When I was growing up, I had a few friends. My father's friends, I would call them like uncle and aunt. Just because they were so close. When I was growing up, I was really lucky. My parents used to have a few friends and we'd like visit their houses and they'd come over once in a while and things like that. But my father's friends had this real interest in teaching me all kinds of stuff. And I was so lucky because I was either older than all of their children, or in some cases they'd have only girls, right? And they were lucky to, or like grateful to have a boy around that they could chum around with, and they'd, you know, teach me sports. Or one of them got me into computers and photography, and one of them was into trains, and he was a carpenter, and one took me sailing and taught me table tennis and all kinds of stuff. And I was really lucky because I don't know if that's just times changing, or, you know, my parents just had some thoughtful friends. But when it comes to the idea of uncle and aunt, it feels that way. Just because they used to like literally spend so much time focused on me, you know, and I was grateful for that. I'm sure my sister will have stories like that to tell also. Hugo Homestead is up here, another friend of, like I said, I've lost track now. It could be 2 years, could be 2.5 already. They've been with us a long time. They are homesteading in the Midwest U.S. They've got gardening, rabbits, chickens, canning, prepping, simple life cooking, and friendly talk. Hugo Homestead lets us know on their About page, Huga means cozy, peaceful home in Danish. So we're able to learn something before we even get into the channel. But they've actually been an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in Superchat, but also a friend, for which I'm grateful. Happy birthday. Oh, first quail hatching, which is interesting to see. I'm going to take this video and put it into my catch-up list as opposed to the latest one, just because it's a few minutes longer. Every minute matters, especially when we're thinking about monetization. Now, Hugo Homestead's approaching 700 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. More indoor content and outdoor content on this channel, but typical from what we see from homesteading channels is a mix of both. Hugo Homestead is another dynamic creator. They've, I believe I caught them for a live stream just a few weeks ago. It could be longer than I thought. We'll look at that in a second, but they've got 1,300, 1,500, 1,600 views on some of these shorts videos, and then live streams on the channel. So it was a month ago. Is that right? I thought I caught you for something else. Oh, it was a premiere I was watching. It was a premiere I used to keep talking about. I can't remember for the life of me what on earth I was talking about with it. But Hugo Homestead, like I said, has been a friend for a long time. So hopefully everybody takes inspiration from the idea that I start to literally lose track of some of these friendships and how long it's been between videos and other things, even the friendship itself. Because you have that generosity to look forward to as well. We know that. It's the Bankroll. Good to see you in the house. Tales Told in the Dark is here. And Izzy is gifting another membership. Thank you for that. Tales Told in the Dark will be happy to have that, I'm sure. I'm going to put them on the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And thank you for that extra generosity. It's absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated always. So it's time for me to get Trish the Natural's link. Just pop the channel up for a second while we get ready for Tales Told in the Dark. So she's already started live streaming, which is great. And she's got somebody up with her as well. So I'm going to drop the link in the chat here. And I'll pin it so everybody can get over there whenever they'd like. They're already live, so anybody can hop over anytime. And I will leave TuberChat running for an extra 3 minutes, like I always do, so that we can clean up our connections here before going over there. But they will allow us to continue meeting new friends and family members when we're in their live stream as well. And then Tales Told in the Dark is here with over 1,600 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards their next milestone. They've got another video here. I'm just going to take this one, pardon me, 3 weeks ago. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to see what that is. I always take the featured video when we see one. But I'm also going to take your latest video. Now, this channel is run by Cassie from Oracles and Beyond. So she says, welcome to the land of ASMR and mythology, mythical creatures, cryptids, scary stories, history, and more. And you'll find that Cassie is very much known to have a calm, soothing, very much almost professional voice, dare I say. So it's always a pleasure listening to her, whether she's on her stream. She's also very welcoming. She's been a friend of 3 years now. And it's great to have this second channel where stories can be told. Let's look at shorts on the channel, and these have gotten into 4,600, 5,200 views. More variety over here. And then live streams on the channel as well. There's Cassie right there. Now, I haven't caught them for a live stream in a while, but let's look at their original channel, Oracles and Beyond. And this is where Cassie and her community will give you tarot readings more than anything else. So it's been a while for a video on this channel, but like I said, they've been a friend a long time, 1,800 subscribers. And then they've got some shorts over here as well. More variety. These have gotten into 2,200, 2,300 views. And live streams are where you find the tarot readings from Cassie and her community. This can give you some insight as to what's been going on in your life, what might be happening today, and what might be to come in the future. I've been over there many times. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. And again, I'll drop the link for Trish the Natural's stream in another moment here. Bipolar Aquatics is coming up. And we'll see what they've got going on for us today. Bipolar Aquatics now over 3,000 subscribers, which is great to see. And when we look at their videos, we can see they've put up quite a few. It's been a month for me, so I'm behind. I'm just going to grab your latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. So playlist can be a great tool for that. That'll give me a chance to get another piece of content watched. And then let's look at shorts on the channel as well. Shorts for Bipolar Aquatics have gotten into 2,200, 2,300 views. A little bit of variety here also. And then we'll get into live streams. And we see it's been a long time, but they've experimented with these before. We've always got our notification bell on, so we'll be ready when they're going to come up with more live streams in the future. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of those if that's the intention. There's the link for Trish the Natural's live stream. Like I said, they've already started, which is great. So hopefully everybody will go in there. Please say Superchat Raid when you get there. It's funny because she waited to, if I understand right, she waited to live stream for a while, but then now has, as soon as she started, has been doing it frequently. So here's Kristen Walton, my love. We live together in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. She has her own channel doing her own thing, but you can see that she's got presentation on the forefront of her mind. I've been running her channel with the music channel, but I haven't caught up with some of her latest videos with this account. I'm going to put the latest one in my catch-up list for today, but I usually go back and catch our moderators a few videos in a row. Now, Kristen Walton has always had a consistent look through her thumbnails, but lately she's been experimenting with a few other things as well, and she's let me know about that. She'll keep me apprised as to whether or not that has been pushing any extra views. She started with beauty and has gotten into a lot of product reviews and unboxing videos, sponsored videos as well. And she gives you a really thorough description of all the products that she tries. She has her own skincare routines and things like that, and very much like sharing her, I want to say more than opinion, but recommendations when it comes to some of these products. Now, you'll notice she also matches her banner and her avatar. She's very well known with her weaponized knife for her unboxing videos there. She also puts a lot of bloopers into her videos as well. Those are sprinkled without. Occasionally, there's different variety here as well. And then she's got some shorts videos that have done extremely well. There's some famous Canadian weather there, getting into 22,000 and 28,000 views. You see Trouble Von Cuddlepuss is there, Spiky Bruiser. Both of these kittens have, well, I say kittens, but they're cats, have made cameo appearances on Superchat over the years, and then live streams as well. Sometimes she's outdoors, sometimes she's indoors. She could be giving us a story to be told, or celebrating something, or taking us on an outdoor adventure, and has done a few interviews, but she's been featured on other channels as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Kristen Walton. She's got 1,800 subscribers right now. We'd love to push her towards the 1,900 that she's thinking about, and of course she's a member and a moderator here. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get Jonathan Sturgill ready to go. If anybody wants to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Jonathan Sturgill is somebody who brings us music and musical instrument and gear reviews and comparisons. So this creator already had about 5,000 subscribers when finding TuberChat a few months ago, but they've been with us frequently, almost for every stream. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They got videos on their channel. They've actually put out a few now frequently. I'm going to take the second I'm going to take this latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to stay caught up to a point. This creator, like I said, brings musical instrument gear reviews, comparisons, and things that are related. They give you a perfect example of what to expect on the channel in their About section. And they're incredibly supportive as well. Jonathan Sturgill's given us a lot of help over on the music channel. Actually, I know I said I was going to do a music stream today, but I'm going to skip it for today because we've got a few friends that are live streaming, and we'll let them have the focus for today, and I'll decide what we're doing on Tuesday if we're going to do another music stream after. So forgive me for the dancing back and forth with that. My intention is to get that running 24 hours a day again. I always think it's going to be tomorrow, but it ends up weeks, if not months into the future, but we'll figure that out. Jonathan Sturgill right now has shorts that have gotten into 300, even 800, almost 900 views. Like I said, they're monetized, so hopefully everybody will support them with super chats and memberships when you get there, and we'd love to push them towards the 5,100 subscribers that they're thinking about. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. Please don't forget the thumbs up on the way out of here, and another thumbs up for Trish the Natural on the way into her live stream. She's already on right now. And we'll look at Honcho Gaming. If I missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. I know not everybody can be here every day or for hours at a time every time we stream. And we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. But I do appreciate every moment everybody can be here, every time you come by, and to our friends who are running the stream in the background as well. So I posted the next couple of streams in advance. I will try not to move them unless I have to. We're expecting to be back on Tuesday and Thursday. For right now, we're going to go over to Trish the Naturals. I'll see everybody over there. And again, please don't forget the thumbs up on the way out, thumbs up on the way in for her. Honcho Gaming is here, a channel I'm still getting to know. They've got some Red Dead Redemption 2 here. I'm going to put this video on my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to get another piece of content watched. They're working on 400 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. I'm even going to take an extra video here for Call of Duty and see what you've got going on in that gameplay. They got some shorts on their channel that have gotten into 3,000, even 6,000 views and beyond. And then live streams are something that they've been doing fairly frequently, several times a day it seems. So hopefully I'll catch you for one of those. I got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other. So thank you again, everyone. See you with Trish the Natural, and then we're back on Tuesday. Thanks to our moderators. Bye-bye, everyone.